Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a special 2022 M340i. This was a custom order for a customer, and there's a lot involved in this process other than the individual Java green exterior paint, which is an easy process to get approved by BMW. It's already on the individualizer, which means you just have to ask permission to see if it's available. Of course, most of those times that is true. So Java green in the M340 G20 guys, that's going to cost you $4,500, same as you would with the M3 or the M4 or 4 Series. $4,500 gets you this gorgeous Java green exterior color, which I've seen on many cars, including at the Performance Center. I believe it was an F80 M3 that was Java green. We'll see now, I think on the M5 as well, current version. I'm not sure when this actually appeared in BMW's palette. If you got an answer to that, I'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comments. So we've got the shadow line exterior, I think goes well with the Java green. To also get you the shadow line lights, you've got the driver assistance professional package, $1,700. You can see the radar cutout there in the middle of the grille. But Java green, wow. I mean, this is a bold choice, and I think it makes the 340 look even better. So I think it shows off the lines really, really well. And it's definitely in your face. Not quite like a Lamborghini color, but definitely a nice sort of classy green. It's good to see that customers do like green cars. This is, I think, one of the better looking greens available from BMW. There's many others in the individual palette, and we've got comebacks for San Remo green and, of course, Isle of Man green. So it works really, really well. You can see our M Sport calipers in blue, which I think is going to match the interior, and I'll talk about that process when we get into the interior. I believe these are, I think, 791M black wheels. I think complement the shadow line exterior trim and the green color as well. So let's get our way inside and show you what this customer wanted. So, as you can see, this is actually Fjord Blue, which we've had on the channel before in the guise of the M3 and the M4. And here it is on the M340i. So this is a special request. The Fjord Blue black, and these are Merino Leather, so it's not Vernasca, so it's a step up on what's available. And this option costs $2,450 and required a long approval process. So originally, the customer wanted to have Kalami Orange. I didn't think that was going to be possible. I did ask, and that was rejected because that's right now exclusive to the M3, M4. Maybe that changes in the future. Then they wanted Fiona Red, which was approved, and then he changed his mind and went with Fjord Blue. I'm not sure if it goes well with a Java green. I think it works okay. I'm sort of torn between it being a nice bold choice and a little bit on the crazy side. But let me know what you think about this combination. Obviously the customer loves it, and we're glad to help him out and basically, I guess, make his dreams come true, if you want to think of it that way. Let's take a look at the inside. It's a little bit more on the Fjord Blue, so you actually have to request that, and the process can take at least 3 weeks to get approval, and it's a long wait. So they'll actually see if they can actually do the color and in the leather, and once you're locked, you are locked. You can't change anything regarding the seats. If you get approved, basically, then you'd start the whole process completely over. So make sure you have the car spec'd exactly the way you want it. Because once they've started that process and approved it, and you change something, you might be out of luck. But you can add some things that don't affect the individual options, like maybe a feature or something like that, as long as it's not into 150. You'll have to ask permission. So you have to have your client advisor reach out to the regional rep there and request the change and see if they can do it. Most times they can. Just be careful and don't get your hopes too high. So let's talk pricing wise. So $56,700 for the M340i X-Drive sedan. So note of this, so individual paints for the 3 Series are only currently available with German allocations. And the issue right now, at least for this production run here now, probably through the 2022 model years, that the allocations are very limited for the US market for German-built 3 Series. So I was told maybe 2 or 3 a week, and trying to balance that among dealers wanting things has been quite problematic. So we've had some delays, and that prompted us to ask about one 3 Series that we had shifted to June. And that gave us that answer. They've since readjusted that and found a slot for that one, so the customer didn't have to wait forever. But moving on, again, the Fjord Blue Black 2450 driving assistance package. As you can see here, get you the top-down 360 views, drive recorder capability, as well as self-parking, $700. Driver Assistance Pro package, another $1,700. That Shadow Line pack, $400. Premium package, $1,600. And then with front and rear heated seats. Passenger width adjustment, get a credit of $100. The 791M wheels with all-season run flat, $600. And since this was ordered some time ago, the adaptive end suspension was kept on the vehicle, $700. Space Saver spare, I'll show you what that looks like, $150. Power tailgate, $250. The Lombard lead is gone, as well as $175 back to you. Icon adaptive LEDs with laser lights, $1,000. And we've got the deletion of the touchscreen. As you can see, there's no home button up there. So we've gone through that a couple times. I'll show you quickly what that looks like. The Harman Kardon surround system, $875. All told, this MSRP for this individual M340i, just under $72,200. But let's talk about touchscreen deletion. So as you can see on the left-hand side, you just have icons. There's no wording underneath them like you have in a touchscreen. So that's one of the signs that you can find that you don't have the touchscreen. But other than that, you can control everything with either the voice or the iDrive controller. So at least for me, it's not the end of the world. If you're used to using the iDrive controller, it's not too bad. But if you're used to using touchscreen, it's going to require some adjustment to should you get the unfortunate touchscreen deletion. All right, so let's see what else we can talk about. Let's talk about the rear seats. Let's take a look at the rear seats in Fjord Blue. All right, so here they are in all their glory. You can see there's some black leather on the edge, on the outside edge of the seats. Other than that, it is full Fjord Blue in the back. So I think a very bold choice. I think it's growing on me. This actually works. I don't know what spec you'd call this with blue and green. I think with a red, you would have called it a watermelon spec. But this is pretty damn good looking, especially in the sun coming out. So let's talk about the rear trunk space. So we've had the Space Saver spares on here before. I think also another good touch with Fjord Blue is the floor mats have got that Fjord Blue color on the edge, trim type thing. So going back to the Space Saver spare, you lose a lot of trunk space here in terms of height. So it's almost even with the back of the bumper. And that's your spare in the back there. So if you want that Space Saver spare, this is what you're looking at. So consider that with your needs. All right, power tailgate, of course. Let's do one more little walk around of this gorgeous Java green. I don't know, so would you spec Java green on your vehicle? Definitely under consideration, or any other the greens like Oxford green. I think there's a Goodwood one, I want to say. Those laser lights look really, really great. So just leave some comments in here. What do you think of Java Green and Fjord Blue together? Actually, I think it's growing on me. But that's it for a quick tour around another individual car. This one's for a customer, so hopefully he likes it. Sure he will, but we'll see you at the next video.